Avoidance feels safe. Your brain loves it. When something once caused you pain, your mind files it away as danger. The next time you see something similar, it sounds an alarm, even if the threat is long gone. And each time you avoid it, your brain rewards you with relief. Relief feels good. But relief can quietly build a prison. This is the story of a boy who learned that lesson the hard way. In a quiet rural town surrounded by hills and farmland, there was an old wooden bridge stretching across a fast-moving river. Everyone used it, except Rohan. A few years earlier, during monsoon season, he had slipped on the wet boards and had nearly fallen into the river. He barely caught himself on the rope railing, scraping his knee badly as he pulled himself up, and a few older kids had laughed at him. The sound of rushing water, the sting of pain, the heat of embarrassment. His brain sealed that moment with a label, not safe. After that day, Rohan avoided the bridge completely. If he needed to reach the market, he took the longer forest route. If his friends called him to play across the river, he made excuses. If someone suggested the shortcut, he said, "It's risky." But the truth was simpler. He was afraid of feeling that helpless again. One summer afternoon, his grandmother suddenly became very ill. She struggled to breathe, her forehead burning with fever. "Rohan," she whispered weakly, "please get the doctor." There was only one clinic nearby, in the small town across the river. Normally, calling wouldn't have been a problem, but their house sat in a rural dead zone. Storm clouds had rolled in, the signal was gone. The landline had stopped working months ago. Rohan checked his phone anyway. No signal. He ran outside to the stone ledge where reception sometimes flickered. Still nothing. The only reliable way to reach the doctor was to go there, and the fastest way there was the bridge. The forest path would take nearly an hour. His grandmother didn't have an hour. Rohan stood at the edge of the village, staring at the wooden planks in the distance. His heart pounded. His mind whispered, "Take the long way, avoid it, stay safe." But another thought pushed back. What if avoiding it costs you more this time? He walked toward the bridge. Each step felt heavy. When he reached the first wooden plank, his palms were damp. He placed one foot down. His breath caught. Nothing happened. He placed his other foot down. The bridge swayed gently, the way it always had. The river roared below, not louder than before, just water flowing over rocks. It was just a bridge. Then he pictured his grandmother struggling to breathe. Fear suddenly felt smaller than regret. He tightened his grip on the rope railing and kept moving. When he reached the other side, he stopped. The bridge hadn't collapsed. It hadn't attacked him. It had simply been there, the same as always. He ran to the clinic and brought the doctor back quickly. By evening, his grandmother was resting comfortably, medicine by her side. Later that night, she looked at him gently. "You crossed the bridge, didn't you?" Rohan nodded. She smiled faintly. Sometimes the things we avoid grow bigger than they really are. The next morning, Rohan crossed the bridge again, not because he had to, but because he could. He realized something important. The bridge had never been the real obstacle. Avoidance was. And every time he faced what he feared instead of running from it, he told himself, "You're stronger than you think." From that day on, whenever life placed a bridge before him, a difficult test, an uncomfortable conversation, a risky opportunity, he remembered that day. Avoidance gives temporary relief, but courage builds lasting strength. Every time you face what scares you, you don't just solve a problem, you train your mind to believe you are capable. Think about your bridge. What's one problem you've been walking around instead of walking through? Take one small step toward it today. Not a giant leap, just one step. Because confidence isn't built by waiting for fear to disappear. It's built by moving forward while it's still there. And if you want more stories that challenge your mindset and help you grow, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next one.